Hi guys, I hope all is well. It's time to have this conversation. The conversation that I've been avoiding for years now. Number one, I've been avoiding it because Julez is so young. However, he is 21 now. And when I first started to notice his behaviors, I think he was a teenager, like 15, 16, 17 when we really started hearing about him in the media. Now he's a full-grown adult. He's a model now, and he's just out here doing what he wants. So let's get into it. Let me just say this. I love Solange. Those of you all who have heard me previously speak about Solange, you know that I really like Solange. I hold her in a high regard. I like that she's an individual and she goes against the grain, and I don't really think it's purposely. I really think it's just who she is. She's just different. I can really relate to her because I'm different also. I've never fit in, ever, anywhere. And as I've grown older, I've learned to appreciate that about myself. And I notice those who also don't fit in. So Solange has a special place in my heart. I really think Solange is extremely talented. She plays instruments. Her music is authentic. I like that she does magic. I like that she speaks well and she knows how to present herself. She has her business ventures, selling glassware, I think, and artistic things that she's doing. However, I've always wondered what type of mother she is, because I did a reading on Julez. I think he was about 15 or 16, around there, and he got into an issue, an argument on the internet with, I think her name is Sky Jackson. I think that's the girl from Disney. Is it Sky? I don't know. The little girl from Disney. And I saw some text messages with him calling her, saying that I fucked the dark-skinned bitch and she loved his dick and she can't get over this dick and all this shit. I'm like, And then there was some more text messages got out. And it was about him impregnating some girl. And he was saying, well, if I impregnated her or whatever, I'm going to take care of my baby. It's like, okay. He got into some other shit, which I forgot what that was. But I also remember him releasing some pictures or some footage of Beyonce's house. I don't know what website this on. I don't know what the kids are doing now. I'm on YouTube and Instagram. I have a Facebook, but I'm not on it. So it's one of these like apps or something, kind of like Snapchat, I think, where you just delete shit or whatever. But y'all, he posted a video of like Beyonce working on something. I think she was working on the Renaissance at that time. It was like he was in her house. It was like her in-house studio. And she was just talking about whatever she was doing or whatever. I think she was also getting a massage at the same time she was working. So she was just sitting down in the studio. I think it was like the Renaissance stage or some background she was working on, and she was talking to someone, but you couldn't see the person in the video. Then he showed her award room. It was like this big white room with all of her awards in it. And bitch, it was, the room was just so fucking huge, bitch. When I saw that room, I was like, oh my God, all her awards just in the room behind this glass. And, you know, I was really, you know, I like that he released that. I was really grateful for that footage or pics. I forgot what it was. I was really grateful for that because that room really inspired me. I look to Beyonce for inspiration. She's really an inspiring person. I love her work ethic. I like the way she works. I like that nothing stops her from working. She's always going to work. She's always going to evolve. That's the type of shit I like. I love evolution. So anyway, let me get back to the story. I don't know what the issue is. I know that Solange had him when she was 17. I know she was young. I also do know that the father has been in his life. From him being younger, the father, we've always seen him, pictures of the father with Julez, even to, you know, when he was a teenager. So, you know, I don't know if those were just pictures or there was something else going on in the background. You know, Solange keep her business tight, so you never really know what's going on. But I'm questioning because I know he was raised by Solange full time, and to me, she seems lenient. It seems like she's always been lenient because he's been in scandal after scandal after scandal. Now he's an adult now, and how are you going to contain him? How? You didn't offer any discipline when he was younger. Mind you, he's a teenager having sex. I don't agree with teenagers having sex. First of all, you're living in your parents' home. You don't have a job. You don't really know what sex is about, what comes with sex, the emotional feelings that come with sex, the mentality that one must have to be in a sexual relationship, plus sexual health and children and things. Sex is not for teenagers. Not 16, not 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. I don't believe in none of that. And just because you're an adult child at 18 and 19, I still don't believe in that. You need to be working on your career and where you're going to go in life. Not sex. Sex is always going to be there. Anybody can do that. So I'm feeling as if Solange was too lenient on him. She didn't offer the correction that he needed because soon as he came out with those text messages leaking what he was saying about that girl, Sky. Is it Shy or Sky? Whatever. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Solange and the father should have offered Julez some correction then. First of all, you don't speak about things like that, especially in a group fucking chat. He was in a group chat saying that type of shit. You don't know who, if anyone in that group chat is going to release things to the public. You have to be very particular about who you're around and what you're saying. And it just doesn't seem like he's been coded. It doesn't feel like they've been teaching him the game. It doesn't seem like Solange has been offering him correction. Because now he's out with this older woman from Love and Hip Hop named Tommy, like the bottom of the barrel. Not saying that they were even together, but just being seen with her was just unbecoming. And then days before that, there was something in the news about him scamming the gay community, going to a club and just being rude to them. And in actuality, I think Julez is bisexual, which I don't see anything wrong with that. I'm just going to be honest with you. I don't see anything wrong with that. I think most people on the planet are bisexual by nature. By nature. And they use these religions and things to, I don't want to say hide things, but most people feel like they need to adhere to religion and things like that. That's why most people on the planet are just fucking unhappy, because they can't be who they want to be, because they're living by made up standards. So I think there's a small amount of people on the planet who are heterosexual, a small people who are homosexual, gay. The rest of them are just bi. Most people on the planet are bi. I think got 80 to 90%, like the opposite sex in the same sex, but they don't want to say anything because there's a stigma with that. But then you're catching all these men with other men. So anybody who I date, I just assume they like the same sex. Whatever man I with, there's the potential that he can be gay. This is just reality. If one would live in reality, it would just save you some time, save you a lot of pain and a lot of hurt. These motherfuckers out here are gay and bisexual. It's okay. You should know the truth. So you're able to navigate the planet and navigate the truth, make a plan from the truth, instead of creating your life and living your life in falsehood and things that are not real, and then get your life fucked up. Because if you know the truth, you can move with caution and precision. So anyway, Julez, in my opinion, is bisexual. And it seems like he's attempting to be seen with these women to maybe throw off people. Basically, he's insecure about his sexuality and things like that. Okay, sure. But back to the point. The point is, I understand that Julez is young. However, Solange needs to take the time to explain to him the etiquette and how to move within the media. He needs to understand that he's always going to be watched. He needs to understand that he cannot congregate with certain groups of people, certain people. And when I say groups of people, I mean people who commit crimes, okay, people who have been seen in a bad light, people who are not, who are unbecoming, okay, basically what I'm saying. Someone like Tommy, that woman from Love and Hip Hop. And it's not even her age, it's about what she represents, in my eyes. And what's really baffling me is I'm not understanding how he doesn't understand that. Because Blue, at the age, how old is Blue? Is she 14 now? At the age of 14, understands that. And you can just tell by the way she moves. I mean, physically. When she's in a room, the way she moves, you can just tell, because Beyonce's not having that. And I feel like Julez had a lot of freedom, which is okay. Maybe Solange wanted him to live a normal life, as much normalcy as possible, but that didn't work out. Now, did it? Okay, so I'm just not understanding why there was no correction. Because he's in the media maybe every 6 months being inappropriate, saying inappropriate shit about women, doing inappropriate shit. You know, I'm concerned, and he's only 21. They need to offer him some correction now before something really bad happens. Because if he doesn't understand at this time who not to be around, if he doesn't understand the company that he keeps right now, it can only get worse from here. Now, he has both of his parents in his life, because that's what you all say when someone doesn't have a father, that they're worse off. But he has a father in his life, and look at the way he's behaving. This is what I'm saying. It's not just having any father. It's the quality of the father. Because bad quality can only raise bad quality. Do you understand? An unproductive male cannot raise a productive male because he's unproductive himself. You cannot raise someone to be something that you're not. So he has a father in his life. Now what? I blame Solange. I also think there's a lot of things that Julez has done behind the scenes that has not actually come out to the planet, that has not actually come out to the public because of Beyonce, because of her power. Because I've noticed when those type of things happen in the past, some things you guys probably haven't even heard about that I just said is because they just went away. They're covering up shit for him. They're now offering correction. Text messages be leaking about him getting women pregnant. He talking about having sex with girls, calling them dark-skinned bitches and all. He was a teenager doing that. And it just went away. They just cover it up, cover it up, cover it up with no correction. Now he's an adult. Now what type of correction are you really going to give him? Now he doesn't have to listen. He didn't have to listen in, and he didn't. He's 21 now, living on his own, making his own money. Sure, his mother and Beyonce may help him out, but still he's living off he's modeling now. He got his own money. He can do whatever you want to do now. And what do you think you're really going to tell him as a young adult male? Solange should have done a better job. Solange really should have did a better job than this. And this is the part that disappoints me about her. Because he is inappropriate. And he's been like this for a long time. And I don't see this ending well, y'all. Yes, you could all say that he's a young man, yada, 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 but he has to understand he's just not any young male out here. There's going to be people who are going to prey on him. Every little thing he does is going to be in the media. And it's going to look bad on the people who do care about their image, like Beyonce. So all that covering up and shit and coddling and babying, that's not gonna work, and that has never worked. That's not how you raise children. You need to offer them correction and education. So I don't know what the fuck Solange has done. I don't know, but she needs to sit him down before it gets much worse than this. Okay, guys. Well, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Let me know what you all think. Am I over-exaggerating? Like y'all be saying, am I just talking shit? Holla.